lot of information there in a broad context. I'm going to ask you to give us a specific example of a program that you'd like to highlight, to give the audience sort of a good insight as to a good use case of the AI capabilities.
I think one of the things that we all know that we're seeing a lot of change in how extreme adverse weather events are happening. And so one of the things we were able to predict is hurricanes, right? So, and exactly pinpoint down to which telephone pole is likely to get hit by flooding. And so using that metaphor, we're able to essentially, using that prediction, we're able to, even weeks in advance, let the local organizations prepare from supply chain disruption that's likely to come from extreme weather events like wildfires and hurricanes. And the interesting aspect of supply chain disruption, as you can imagine, in the last 2 years, both during the pandemic and now with the war, we're seeing a tremendous shifts in what used to be acceptable levels of distribution and how to kind of truly make sure every package that needs to be delivered gets delivered on time and with the right level of quality. So we've been working with both the civil and the public agencies to try to give them how much of PPE they need during the pandemic, to how much hand wash they need in different parts of the country, to all the way to how much drugs are needed at the ICU level to prevent ICU transfers, and kind of truly prepare our nation to have just-in-time supplies for the right things at the right time. And this end-to-end, it used to be these were simple problems. Now, given the complex chain of interconnections that we have created digitally, the information is how people are able to rapidly adapt. So the connection between events and supplies, and how do we kind of enable our nation to be really prepared for that rapid demand sensing and forecasting is at the heart. Another common use case we see is fraud, waste, and abuse, where we see claims come in to hospitals, and we want to make sure they don't get buried in documents. As using documents to document AI, pre-built models that need to be trained on the local corpus. So pre-built models and now make sure that you don't have to build the world context every time, but then train it on the local corpus of data for each agency, so we get that accuracy quickly. Low code, no code methods are what we have created. We have the world's largest data science grandmasters at H20. What we've done is use their digitized how they're solving these problems and make them available as tool chain and platforms for our customers.